Hi guys, good evening. So I'm Vikas, 4 years of experience with Python and currently working for a uh, top MNC as a Python developer. So let's get into the topic now. So today we are going to learn about variables and how to define values to the variables. So before that, we have to get into some steps. So let's go. So first of all, we have to install Python in our laptop. So just search for Python on Google. Just go to this python.org website, so which will come on the top. And if you are a Windows user, then you will have this one Windows. So you can go there, or else you can download directly from here. If you are a Windows user, then it will be start downloading. So I already have that, so let's also you can download from here as well. So for download for Windows, you can download from here. So just click on that, it will automatically start downloading. Okay. And for Mac users, so I don't want this because of I already have Python in my laptop. So for Mac users, just click on this Mac OS, then you will be redirecting to this website, I mean this page. So you can download uh, anything here. The latest version is 12. I recommend 11 for our project because of I am using 11 in my laptop. So if you have 11, I mean 3.11, then it will be better. So you can directly click on this installer, and the installer will be start downloading. Then click on the installer, just go through the steps. That will be easy. Just go next and install it. So for Windows and Mac users also same. Okay. So after installing, you have to install IDE. Okay. So IDE, just search for VS Code. I'm using VS Code. I recommend VS Code because it will be easy to manage, and the UI also very easy and understandable. So you can directly download VS Code. If you are using Mac also, so then you can download by going this website. So don't worry, my internet is slow because some internet issue out there in my location. So just download from here, you can download directly from here. So if you are a Mac user, then you can download it, you can directly download from Mac OS by clicking on this. So VS Code, when you are going to this website, if you are a Mac user, then it will be directly show you download for Mac. So this is the Windows, so that is why it is showing download for Windows. If you don't see here download for Windows, then you can click on it and click on the stable, so you can start, it can start download. Okay, so you can go to other websites and open and web, you can whatever you can use, you can use. Okay. Yeah. So if you don't have space to install Python or VS Code, then you can directly go for online Python compiler. So just search for it, so it will be automatically uh, pre-in installed Python, the compiler, so which we can use directly on the web. So this also we can use. Okay. So just go to this website, and you can use it directly. So whatever I use in VS Code, then you can directly type here. I'll show you one time, then you can directly start working on this. Okay. Yeah. So and after installing Python, you just go to CMD and search for Python hyphen version. So you can see the Python version here. So you can install this 3.10.11. So because of this is the first class only, so this is complete tutorial. It will not have any errors, any issues with the version, so that is why I'm showing here. You can use 3.10.11 version. Yeah, I'm using currently. So if you see this, when you type this command python hyphen version, if you see this version, then the python has been installed successfully on your computer. Okay, so if you don't see this, then try to install it again. Okay, so you can directly search for VS Code here. If it is installed or not, you can directly go to here in the VS Code. Okay, so now let's get into the topic. So today we are going to learn about Python variables. Okay, so what is variable? Variable variables in Python are used to store the data in the computer's memory. Like they act as containers that can hold different types of information such as numbers, strings, lists, or more complex data structures. So variables allow us to manipulate the work with data in our program, making them fundamental concept in program. So like don't worry, you will get understand about that more clearly. So variables are symbols, or we can say names, that represent a memory location in the computer's RAM. They store the data of different types such as integers, floats, pine numbers, strings. So what we can say is, see, currently we are working on, let's get into this. So just open folder here, just create a folder, then open that folder here, then you can start. So here one more step is pending. So when you have installed this VS Code, just go to apps and just search for Python and install the first one. Okay, so this must be there in the VS Code. If you don't install this, then Python file will not be run. Okay, so just to go to there, and you can see. So just down, or else you can search here. mm, okay, so if the Python has been installed, then you will see Python here. Okay, so this symbol will be added here. So after a successful installation of Python here, then see this, not this one. Let's see. Okay, there is a internet issue from my side, so you can directly install this and this. No, not this, not all of them, but don't worry, if you install one also it's fine. So just install the Python. It will come when you search the first time. At the top it will show you Python, then that you have to install. So if you are installed successfully, then it will show here, and click on this new file button and create variables. So let's create a folder instead of we can directly, so variables. So this is a folder, right? So inside this folder I want to create a file called variables.py. So now this is a Python file. So the file extension should be .py. So whatever you write as a file name, then it should be .py file. Otherwise it will not get a Python file. So it will not save as a Python file. So now what we are going to use, so let's write some program here, the first program. So just we'll run it now. Okay, so if run python file, it is not running. Okay, so let's go to here and run python file in terminal, right? So now it is running, so you can directly click on it, so it will run anyway. So just select this, so it is a terminal command prompt, whatever. So currently it is a command prompt for the python. You can select this one, or else you can directly use here the terminal from the VS Code. So okay, so when I am printing this, so it is printing hello world here, right? So here it is hello world, but don't worry if you don't understand this. In the future lectures you will get more about this. Okay, so this is hello world. Now we are directly printing. So instead of this, what I'll do, I'll make a variable. So that is, we can say a name, that is start equals to hello world. So then now what I'll do is I'll print start here. Okay, so what it will do, so it will print anyway hello world, right? So let's clear this clean. So now I'll run again, I'll run it again. So my VS Code is problem, then you can directly click on it, it will work anyway. But if it don't work, then you can run from here. See, this is called a variable because what I am doing, see, for example, if we x equal to 50, then what is the x value now? 50, right? So instead of using 50 anywhere, I can use x, right? So like that it will work. So what I'm doing, I'll assign a variable to this value. So this is the value now and this is the variable. So I can directly call this variable instead of hello world each time whenever I want, right? So this is the variable. So what is a variable? We are storing the data. Okay, so we are storing the data to a element, that element called as variable. Okay, so this is the variable now. So let me work on this. So you can directly print it here, just run it, it will run anyway, it will print hello world. So you can use online compiler like this. So let's, what I'll do, start equal to hello world, then what I'll print start here. Okay, so this is the start, so it will print hello world anyway. Okay, so because of we are adding this hello world to a variable, so this is the variable and we are printing that variable inside the command prompt, right? Yeah, so now like so they store data in different types such as integers, floats. For example, if I write here 10, then the printing value will be 10. Yes, so it has printed. So if I give 10.7, then let's see what it will print. it will print 10.7. And right, so like that it will have um, different types of data we can store inside that variable. Like we can say we can store a name called python here, then when we run it, and it will print python here. Okay, so this is the python, right? Yeah. So unlike some other programming languages, python is a dynamically typed, meaning we don't need to specify the variable type. See, if we are using java like programming language, we have to we are storing directly here in 50. So we have to mention this is a int. Okay, in java like programs we have to mention it is a int, but here in the python it will automatically take it as int. If we put 50, then it will be, we don't have to declare what it is. It is a dynamically typed language. So in the variables there are some set of rules how to use the variables, and also there are set of rules. Now we'll discuss about that rules. Okay, so variable names must start with a letter. Okay, a to z or a to z, right? So if I write this one here, see, if I give any one here, then if I print one here, okay, so what it will show, it will throw an error. So because it should not start with one, so it should start with letter. Okay, so we can use, sorry, we cannot use special symbols or numbers, anything here. So you must start with a start, and small a to z and capital A to z, because they both are, see, in python a to z, okay, just a to z and a to z. Okay, so python is a case sensitive language, so when we are naming the variable we have to take care of that as well. Case sensitive language, sorry, so it's a case sensitive. uh, so see, this a equal to 50 and a equal to 45 is different. Okay, so print a, so it will print both because they both are different for the python, capital A, small a. So if I put a here, then see, these both are same. So now what will be the output? Let's see, the 45 will be the output anyway. See, because when we are giving the first value 50, it will not take. So the same variable, if we assign another value, it will override the 50, then it will print the 45. It will take this, it will override the 50, then it will take it as 45 only. So like this both are same and capital A is different, so you have to take care of this. Okay, for example, if we write case, uh okay, case 50, case 48, so now case 52. So these all are different for the python because of the letters. So these three are different letters because of some of them are case sensitive, sorry, some all of them are case sensitive and has different letter types, capital letters and small letters, right? So these all are different, so you have to take care of them as well, right? So assigning the value, let's assign some values. So this is the assignment of values to that variable. Just assign that values: x equal to 50, y equal to 55, then print a comma b. Let's print this. Yeah, sorry, it's not a comma b, it's x comma y, right? So because we are calling these variables x and y, so when we are trying to print, it will come 50 and 55. If you want to print in next line, then you have to mention that one in print y. Okay, so if you mention this one, then you will get into the next line. So this is the variables, and how we can assign the values, so you know now. So we can also assign multiple values, so equal to 50 comma 55. So now the first value is the first variable is for first value, and the second value is for second variable. So we can have multiple variables here and multiple values we can assign. So when we are trying to print x comma y comma z, then this will have, oh sorry, x comma y comma c. So you will have 55, 50, 55, 60. So x value is the 50 and y value is the 55 and c value is the 60. Okay, so we can also there are some variable types: integer, int, float, string, boolean, and list. So don't worry if you don't know them, then we will have, so 30. Okay, float, so let's do this, equal to 3.14. So like just take this as height. So now string name equal to John, then boolean boo equal to true, and list equal to comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. So we can save almost any kind of values to this variable. So int, float, string, boolean, and list, whatever we want we can store. So we can also print them. Print age, my name, boo comma list. Okay, so this we are going to print now. So let's see what will happen. So this is printing, right? 33 3.14 John, true, 1 2 3 4. So these are printing now. So almost any kind of uh, variable we can add any kind of value. Okay, so and scope of these variables are, the scope of a variable refers to the region where it is accessible. Variables are defined outside a function, have global scope, accessible throughout the program. So and also variables defined inside a function have local scope, so accessible only within the function. So these functions and all you will get uh, clear in the future lectures, so that is not a beginning topic, so it will be explained later. So there are some best practices using this variables, so let's get into that topic. So see, the naming conventions which we are giving name, so that name should be meaningful and descriptive names. See, for example, if I want to uh, create a username, user login functionality or user registration functionality. So the names will be first name, what will be first name, last name, email, phone number, and password, confirm password will be there, right? So this naming convention should be like this. So if you give first name as F and last name as L and email as E, sorry, last name as L, email as E, phone number as P, and password as P, confirm password as CP. So these are not the right way to use the variables. So we have to give meaningful names with descriptive, so that see, if that name first name is there, so you know that the first name should be entered there and last name should be entered there, password should be entered there. So if you give like this, user don't know where, what is the F, what is the L, what is E, P, P, what is CP, they don't know, right? So that, and also avoid using single letter variable names like this. So single letter variable names, this you should not use, that is not the right way to use it. uh, that's not. So you can follow the naming conventions like snake case for regular variables, uppercase for constants. So if you want to constantly the name which will not use, then you can use first name here like this, or if you want to use some regular variables, we can use like first name, we can use like this is a snake case, we can say. Okay, so this is the snake case variables we can use, so follow this only. If you see, so do not give space for the first name, or you can write like this, no problem for. But if you give this underscore between the letter to letter, I mean the one word to word, then it will be very uh, easy to read and understand as well, right? So use that kind of variables, and declare and initialize variables close to their first use of improve code clarity. So we have to initialize the variable names so close to the first use to improve, I mean like so what we are using the first name, for example here we are using the name for the name of the user, that is first name of the user, then we have to declare this name close to that, because of we are using first name here. See, for example, if we are using phone number here, we can't do this as first name, we can't add declare the variable name as phone number, because of it's not the right way, right? So like that, and just so now until now we have learned that how to install the Python on the Windows and Mac, and we have installed VS Code and online compiler we have checked, we have learned about variables and variable values assignment to that variable, and what are the types of variables we can use in what are the types of data types we can store in the variables we have discussed about and all. So if you have any questions, you can comment down in the video behind this video, so I'll try to reply as soon as possible. Thanks for watching this video. Just if you don't subscribe to our channel, then please do subscribe. Thank you.